What is going on, folks? I am Goat. Welcome back to Warframe. How the hell are you doing? So, I've got all of the Coda weapons farmed with whatever crappy progenitor valence bonuses they have. I guess we can just call them valence bonuses instead of progenitor stats. And I'm going to go through a list of what I'm considering the ugly, the good, and the great. And we're going to do this in 3 videos. Try to keep it minimalistic for you guys. The ugly being not that they're bad, they're just not wondrous. They're not amazing, right? They're not just, anything much better than the original version. That's what we're shooting for. So, first and foremost, we are going to go over the Coda Hema, the Coda Pox, and then we're also going to go over the, where is that motherfucker? The Coda Tysis. So we've got 2 secondaries and a primary. Coda Hema was an old meta weapon that was really, really good with Chroma back in the old base star chart days. Basically, injure yourself by reloading your gun, get buffs with Chroma, have a nice fucking day because you took health damage. It was basically just a funky little, infested rifle that was just kind of dog shit. Okay, that's what we got. So, what this thing does is still the same exact mechanic. It's just kind of a burst fire. I mean, it's full auto, but, well, it says burst, but I've got it set to where it still fires full. It's 3 bursts. It uses up ammo as you would expect. And, I mean, like, this build functions. Try to get a little crit out of it. I mean, you can use his base status, completely bypass critical delay, vigilante supplies, so on. But this is just kind of where it wants to work. Now, can you use something like primary deadhead instead? Sure. Do you even need prime shred? No. I mean, there's ways you can build it. Okay, and we're going to show you. We're just going to show you the output, and I'm going to use more normal leveled enemies of level 150. We're going to use the Orcan battle group, okay? And we're just going to use this fucking thing. Now, this is also the Lavos build. That is just a pure armor build, so there's no buffs that Lavos could possibly give these weapons. And I'm using Carrier, which is also no weapon equipped, not giving any buffs to the weapons. So this is exactly just the weapons as they are, okay? Yeah, I did kind of forget to spawn them, didn't I? Okay. So see, they're shooting at me, right? They're like, they fucking die. At level 150, they definitely die. And yes, I have them unpaused for the basis of, really kind of having a more realistic feel to running in a mission. I take a little health damage, it is what it is. Definitely not something that you want to use on a squish frame unless you have ways of recovering said health problems very, very quickly. Really, got some pussy hiding down here? Really, bitch? Fucking die. Couple of bitch-ass dudes hanging over here. See, this is why I usually pause the AI, because albeit I like the openness of this particular map, they kind of tend to run all over the place. So there we go. Went through a couple of reloads, killed enemies. It works. It worked before. It just works a tiny bit better. So now I'm going to pause the AI because that makes a lot more sense. So now we're going to talk about the Pox. So the Pox, they're little thrown exploding little viral bombs or gas bombs or no, hold on. Toxin, that's right. And it's toxin progenitor anyway, so it is what it is. Basically, you chuck these little boogers and they blow up on enemies and have basically just this little funky radial attack. It's not very big. The Pox does have some functional use. There are different ways to build this. You can go for like a gas, excuse me, you can use like a gas, just pure status attack. You can go with like a viral heat setup like this. I mean, this is kind of, there's a lot of ways to build this shit. I just honestly, and you'll notice, like, I'm not even doing max form on these things. I'm getting to the basic builds. So, like, can you make it just a touch more powerful by using prime heated shards? Absolutely, you can. Trying to build in a crit on these is absolutely a waste of time. Using secondary innervate, also pretty much a waste of time with these. And yeah, they look like you have snot hanging off your fingers. It kind of is what it is. So here oh yeah, that's right, I already spawned them. So, the Pox, basically you chuck them. I mean, like, they fucking work. They're not atrociously bad, but there's no great mechanic that has really been added to these things to make them crazy good. And again, as you saw with the build, I'm not even using the ribbon that I have. I haven't even rolled the ribbon yet, because honestly, that's going to come later when I want to really tinker once I'm done doing all my forma and everything else. I just kind of wanted to show, as they sit, coming from running liches, and this is what you can do with them. So the final weapon in the ugly category, which is just basically the it exists category, is the Coda Tysis. Now, or Tysis. So this one is honestly kind of more of a letdown. First of all, it's an impact valence bonus, which really sucks. But this one does gain a couple of benefits. First of all, merciless gunfight. Secondly, secondary innervate. Out of these three weapons, this is easily the best of them. And that doesn't say a lot, because none of them are really spectacular. But secondary innervate does really put in some work with this fucking thing. So not a bad choice to go with. And considering these are a corrosive-based weapon, you can build into viral and heat on this without stacking into either. It's a good time, especially since, as you see, it's impact progenitor. So, you know, it can, this thing can do some work. Is it great? No. But is it serviceable? Yes. Funny enough, yes. Let's go spawn some more buddies. Coda Tysis. Now, especially, go for the fucking head, and they're really not gonna like you. Now, you don't have to run Enervate. It helps a lot. But you don't have to run Enervate. You can actually run Steady Hands or Stabilizer or whatever the hell that... Man, if I could hit this bitch in the fucking head, that'd be awesome. You can run Primary Deadhead instead, because pretty much aiming for the head is the best way to get kills out of this thing anyway. And you'll get the recoil bonus out of this anyway, so doubling down with the Axilis plus having Deadhead will reduce the recoil to nothing. But you do lose out on the critical chance buff, the massive critical chance buff that you'll get out of these things by not running something like secondary innervate. So those are the three. Those are the three what I consider just meh. They do the job. As you just saw, I can kill enemies with them at normal steel path level. But they're just nothing really to scream and write home about, right? The next list is going to be just slightly above this, okay? They're the good category, okay? So, thank you very much for watching. As always, we'll catch you in the next one, all right?